Rook e1, put the pressure. f4, double pawn break. Take, king comes in. g5, we're going to time. Oh, he sacks. Carlsen sacks, king f5. Part 2 will be the very exciting bullet game between Magnus Carlsen, world number 1, versus Sergei Zhigalko, who is a Grandmaster from Belarus. Peak FIDE rating 2696. This game took place on lichess. But first, here is part 1. We will be looking at the opening theory to the King's Indian attack. If it's your first time here, hello, my name is William, I create chess videos. Let's begin. Knight f3, knight f6, g3, d5. Bishop g2, c6 castle. This is the King's Indian attack. Very safe way, very sensible way to play with the white pieces. Knight, bishop, pawn, king, already in 4 moves, you are safe. Bishop g4 played. 2 options here. d4 or d3. Let's look at d3 first. I want to show you a cool idea in this line. You can use this setup in your games as well. e6, c4. Bishop e7, b3. So why are we doing this? We're putting lots of our own pawns on light squares in order to counteract this bishop. So then it doesn't have chances to be active if the bishop comes back. Castle, bishop b2, occupying this diagonal. Knight d7, knight d2. Notice in this line the knights defend each other. h6, so then the bishop can come back. And a3, planning b4, so black might stop it, and now rook a2. I want to show you this idea because I first saw this between Richard Rapport and Magnus Carlsen in Tartar Steel. The idea is to put the queen on a1, so then the queen and bishop work well on this diagonal. Also, maybe try and get b4 in. Bishop can come out to c3 to try and play b4. Another way to play is, instead of this rook a2 move, maybe you go rook c1. Rook c8, rook c2, and then queen a1. So you're still putting your queen in the corner. I mean, it is a wonderful idea. I couldn't believe it the first time I saw Richard Rapport use this against Carlsen. Queen in the corner, acting on this diagonal. Now the rook is on the c file. So maybe the other one could come here if it does open up. White also has central control with his pieces. Knight in the middle, along with the bishop. So this is one way to play with pawn to d3. Now d4 is another way to play. Knight d7, knight d2, e6, rook e1. So 2 pawn breaks for white. Notice in this position, just like in the other line, the knights defend each other. Bishop e7, e4, pawn break in the center. Black can castle, then you can go c3, queen b3, keep it flexible. Queen out here to attack this. Black tends to react with queen b6. One way to not play this kind of position is to play e5. And after knight e8, black actually has lots of options. 2 pawn breaks for black. c5, f6. Black can put a piece on this file. Also, this bishop can come back and it can tuck back with h6 if it needs space to hide. And the truth is, this bishop is now better than this one. That's why it's important in these kind of structures to keep the center flexible for your pieces. Getting more space may not actually be the best thing. We will see Carlsen keep the position very flexible, and I love the way he handled this. That's why I'm showing this bullet game. It's very high quality. h6. c3, defending the center. Good pawn structure. Good pawn chain. b2 to c3 to d4. Castle. Now if you go e5, knight e8, and we had this idea before. Lots of ways for black to actually get play. 2 pawn breaks, the bishop can come back. This bishop is better than this one. I don't really like white's position. I really like the way Carlsen played with queen b3, just keeping it flexible. Queen attacks pawn, black does the same with queen b6. This is the end of the opening theory. The next part, we're going to see Carlsen play Zhigalko in this bullet game. Let's see what happens. Okay, we have King's Indian attack, maybe c. Okay, knight d2, right, rook e1, e4, right, take probably. Or c3, keeping it flexible, maybe h3, queen out to b3, interesting, attacking this, so maybe black will play queen b6, he does it. Take, knight e5, right, and now a4, maybe a5 anyway. Take, then a5, a6 maybe. Well, else this is a problem, then maybe knight b3, or knight f1, knight e3. Okay, a6, serious, yes, good, he played it. Bishop f1 coming in on the light. Oh, knight b1, what is this? Knight a3, knight b5 maybe. Wow. Carlsen now plays knight b1. I really like this move because it gives white 3 options. The knight can now come round here. a3 to b5. This bishop can actually come out to f4 now. And if you put a pawn on f3, it controls these 2 key squares, e4 and g4. Okay, alright, cool. Wow, bishop f4 doing this and then coming in. Maybe you take it. No, he keeps it in there. Maybe f6 forces to capture. No, it doesn't because it take g4. f6 here is a bad move because take. This bishop defends this pawn, but you can play g4 to kick it away. Then you can take the pawn. And white is coming through. This pawn is attacked. You can double. You can play this, knight b5, attacking both bishop and pawn. And this bishop is really good. Controlling lots of light squares. Alright, he plays g4 anyway, rook d7. Knight b5, yes, because take, bishop, it really is coming in. But then rook goes back to d8. Now what? Now we play 39 seconds against 29. King g3, now we got f4, h4, pawn break. Where's the pawn break? h4, not f4 because bishop comes into e4, rook e5 played. Attacking this, rook comes back to e3, that's attacked. Rook e1, put the pressure. f4, double pawn break. Take, king comes in, g5, we're going to time. Oh, he sacks. Carlsen sacks, king f5. All the red pawns are weak. This bishop is amazing, stopping a rook coming here. This rook is more active than both of black's rooks. White king can come in. Domination. Bishop c6 coming into b7. It is an anchor. It's a home for the bishop. b4 also, this is home. b5. He does it. He does it. Oh, look at this. 27 seconds against 30. He's double his time, and now this is crushing. Black can hardly move. What a practical sacrifice in a bullet game. Rook d5. Now rook coming back to d7, so he stops it. Now c4. Now we push. c5. Check. In. b6 take. And he resigned. Wow. What practical sacrifice there. In this position, after rook c8. Game over. Zhigalko resigned after take. Because after take, you just push. And you get a queen. If a7, there's one way for black to stop it, but this is lost. You get a queen. Take, and this pawn is going to drop. And white will have 2 pawns. Game over. If you enjoy this kind of video, where at the start I go through the opening theory, then I show a game where that opening theory is used, let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching all the way until the end. If you enjoyed this one, why not give it a like and subscribe to the channel at the same time. If you press the bell, that means YouTube will let you know when I release a new video. Have a nice week, and I'll see you later.